Hey guys, my voice might sound a little weird, a little raspy still, because my cold is still going away. But guys, plan with me. October. It is happening! I promised you guys I was gonna get back into planning, and I was in such a rut. I will, if you want, do like a flip through of what my summer looked like, because it's pitiful. It was like, I was still doing stuff, but it was like the bare minimum, like super minimal planning. For October, I had like no inspiration. I thought of like foxes. I had something set up. I was going to do birch trees, and I was just not into it. I tried to I drew them out. I drew both things out, and then I ended up erasing them, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. And then I went on Instagram, and I was scrolling through the feed, obviously, and I saw, I don't know if it's supposed to be Pat Times or Patty MES. Anyway, I will link her Instagram down below. She does art journaling. She does like daily watercolor painting in her journal, and her art style is just, it's so beautiful. I love it. It's like the way she sketches, I love her artwork. Anyway, I messaged her and I let her know that I was super inspired by her pumpkins, because she painted this beautiful picture of pumpkins the other day, and it was with like kind of muted colors, and I was like, man, that is so nice. Because I was like kind of thinking of pumpkins, but then I didn't want to do like bright orange because I did that last year, I think. But then I saw that she did these muted colors, like a light whitish greenish, and I was like, oh man, I am digging that so hard. So that's what I ended up going with. I used my like homemade Payne's Gray that I like mixed together myself. And then I used like a lemon yellow with a little bit of Payne's Gray mixed in. And then I made like a sap green that I mixed a little bit of the Payne's Gray into as well. I kind of liked how the colors looked a little bit muddy, just because they all had sort of that grayish undertone, which I thought really complemented the pictures. And then I started, because I mentioned this the last plan with me that I did, and you guys seemed to think it was a good idea and liked how it turned out. I decided to do the cover page last. That way I kind of have a little bit of practice doing the little pictures inside the spread before I do the cover page. And then the cover page actually turned out the best, which normally it kind of is like a work in progress, and then the rest of them that I don't care about as much turn out differently. So here's the little sketch, and I love how like with watercolor you can just be really loose and messy and it still looks really cool. Like I love the way watercolor kind of bleeds and just sets its own personality into the picture. You will notice, because this plan with me is not as long as some of the ones I do are, but I wanted to do it really simple this month. Like I cut out the trackers, I cut out my brain dump page and my social media stats page. I just felt like it was getting a little bit monotonous, and like sometimes I bring things back, so don't worry, they'll probably come back at some point when I decide to start tracking things again. But since I was in kind of a slump, I just wanted to be really simplistic and do something that I was having fun with. So I just went with the cover page, the monthly layout, and then this is the first week of October because it's next week, and I did not want to spend the weekend working on this because my husband's birthday was actually, when I filmed this, yesterday, the 27th. Today's the 28th, which is my son's birthday, and we have like birthday celebrations tonight and Saturday, and then we have like a birthday party to go to on Sunday. So this weekend is just chock full of busyness. So hopefully by the time you see this, it's either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day it'll be, but I'm trying to get this all done like in one day. Like I filmed yesterday, I'm doing the voiceover today, and I'm hoping it'll render by tonight. I know this is all like behind you guys, but I'm really excited. I haven't been this excited about my planner in a while. I haven't even been like daily journaling. I kind of, once I went to the cottage, dropped that, and I have a bunch of blank pages. I think I'm just gonna print pictures and fill them in, because at this point there's no point in playing catch up. Like after my grandpa passed away, I just kind of lost my flair a little bit. So maybe sometime this month I'll pick up the daily journaling again, because I do like, or maybe I'll just do like a 1 line a day page this month or something near the end, just because I like marking things down. I just like kind of lost my groove for it. And so I've been keeping up with weeklies because I need something written down or else I lose track of things. But yeah, I love this pumpkin. Oh my goodness, I just love this color. I feel like this Payne's Gray, I'm calling it that because I'd made as close to the real thing as I could. But I feel like it's just such a pretty color, and it's not like your typical, like, I was gonna do orange and gold, and then I was kind of like, not feeling it, so I think I'm gonna do this and then accent it in gold maybe at some point. But I've just been doing really simple spreads lately, and this is the first time I've done like artwork on a spread in a while. And then we're getting to the cover page, and I love how this turned out. Like, obviously I penciled it in first, but I feel like pumpkins are really simple to draw. Usually I start with kind of just a pencil outline where I plug in the shapes of the pumpkins that I want, and the great thing is I make them like kind of wonky, because what pumpkin grows perfectly symmetrical? They don't. So they look kind of realistic in their shape, and they're just kind of cartoony, I guess. And then I'm using my Micron, I think it's a number 1. I think I told someone it was a number 3, but this is the number 1. And I just am kind of sketching over the lines. I'm not doing like thick solid lines. I'm kind of just bouncing with the pen so it looks kind of sketched out. And then October, I just wrote in really simple in my own handwriting along the bottom because I kind of like just the simple look. I didn't go into like making it look like calligraphy or anything. It's just sort of like a drop lettered, free-handed kind of thing. And I just like how it turned out. And then for the pumpkins, I switched up, I think, the order of the color, so the monthly page has a slightly different order. But with the pumpkins, all I did was sketch them out like you saw, and then with the paint, I just add in a light layer and then I darken certain areas just to kind of add shadows. It's by no means perfect or like perfectly done perspective-wise or anything, but I feel like by leaving white space on the pumpkins, it gives them kind of like a look of light and like kind of makes them look less flat, which I think is pretty cool. And then I went in with a brown, which I think I also made because I don't have a brown, and I just kind of bled the color into certain parts of the pumpkins to give it a little bit of a shadow and a little bit more like life. And even watching this, I'm getting really excited. I absolutely love how this turned out. I was kind of nervous to come back on here because I haven't planned in a while and I haven't painted in a while, and I didn't want it to look like I'd done like really good stuff in the past, and I didn't want this to be like, oh man, she's back, but this thing is really ugly. And I actually think this turned out really pretty. So I'm super excited about this. Anyway, I am going to let the video finish out here, and I will talk to you all soon. Hopefully another Plan With Me will be up for November. If you have any ideas, like drop them below, and if I end up using one, I'll let you know. But I'm just super excited. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks so much. Bye!